Okay, so thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. I'd like to welcome our special guest, Teresa Macias-Reese with DGS. Hi, Teresa.
Hello, and I'm going to be starting the presentation. Of course, she already said, my name is Teresa Macias-Ruiz, and I'm trying to share. Of course, I have to click twice usually, but I work with Leslie and Joanne and as a bilingual business outreach liaison in the outreach department of DGS, Department of General Services. So here's my contact information. If you like to send me an email, it's just my name, teresa.macias-ruiz@dgs.ca.gov. Or if I'm not available, you can always email businessoutreach@dgs.ca.gov. So we're going to go over the topics. I think we can hear somebody talking on the background. Gracie, can you mute them?
Sure.
Thank you. Yeah, so we're going to go over the SB-DBBE certification program.
I'm going to turn off there. That's them, you know, when they speak.
Teresa, I accidentally muted you instead of the person below you. I apologize. Teresa, we can't hear you. I'm so sorry. Oh, so sorry.
There we go. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. So topics. Overview of SB-DBBE certification program. We're going to talk about Cali Procure registration and certification, super important for everybody. Keywords and UNSPSC codes, which are important for your profile. And we're going to, of course, talk about the bid solicitations because people want to know how to look for them. The SB-DBBE advocates, which are employees of the state that can help you with solicitations, questions sometimes. We're also going to speak about commercially useful function, CUF. We're also going to give you a little bit of information about the SB-DBBE emergency registry. We're going to give you a few resources that you can reach out to. They're free. In case you find a bid that you, or a contract that you want to bid on, they can help you through it, walk you through the process. All right. So the state of California has contracting goals for SBs, small business, or DBBEs, disabled veteran business enterprises. I'm going to just use the acronyms. It's a lot simpler. We have a small business goal of 25%, and this is aspirational, of course. We would like to do more if possible, but sometimes it doesn't happen. And we have a 3% goal towards DBBEs, okay? So I'm gonna put, this is the 2019 and 2020 fiscal year. This is the state of California, and I say we, the state of California, spent $12 billion, okay, in contracts. Out of those, we were a little bit short, same as it has been in the past few years. Emergency purchases have really hindered our ability to reach. So we actually reached 23.7%, 2.8 billion. So that's a lot of money. This went towards small businesses, and we actually surpassed the DBBE goal of 3% because we went 3.8. So $463 million went towards DBBEs. Now, just keep in mind those numbers, okay? Now we have last fiscal year, okay, or 21-22 actually. It is last fiscal year. We didn't reach, we were not as close to our goals as we were for 19-20, but if you look at the amount of money that was spent, we like went way over. We 520 million towards DBBEs. Yes, it was a 2.5% only towards that, but we actually went higher than that year, okay? Over 100 million more towards DBBEs, 3.1 billion towards small businesses. Yes, we were a lot lower, but our emergency purchase spent was like $13 billion or something like that. I can't remember the exact amount, but it was an exorbitant amount. So again, that's why we're pushing for the emergency purchase registry for our small business. If you're able and ready to do any contracting that has to do with emergency, to be there, because there is a lot of money to be given to our DBBEs and RSPs, okay? That's why I wanted to show you both. Now we're going to talk about the state certifications that we have, which are 3 of them. The small business, SB, small business for the purpose of public works, SBPW, and of course, the disabled veteran business enterprise, DVBE. So we're going to speak about the requirements for each of them. So you must be independently owned and operated. You cannot be dominant, so you cannot be a Prime, right? You cannot be a AT&T, Apple, Microsoft, I don't know. It has to be a small business, right? You do have to be located in California. The owners also have to be domiciled in California. And this is very important. Together with affiliates, if there are any, you have to be a business with 100 or fewer employees, and your gross annual receipts. I forgot. I think we went up. I apologize. It was 15 million. We just recently changed last month to 16 million or less. And this is an average. So you can make 1 year, up to 16 million or even more than that, as long as within the 3 years you average, okay? The 16 million in GAR. And then for a manufacturer, they do not have a limit on the amount of money they can make, but they do have to have the 100 or fewer employees. So for the SBPW, the requirements are pretty much the same. The top requirements are the same as the SB. Where it changes is this part. Okay, so you can have up to 200 or fewer employees, and I did not change the total also. It also went up by 1 million. So you can have up to 37, but it's also over a 3-year period. So you can make more in 1 year and less in another. So those are pretty much the same. It was just with the GARs and the employee account. Now, for the DBBE, they are a little bit different. You have to meet the following criteria. Well, first of all, you have to have served in some kind of branch in the military of the US. And you must be at least 10% service disabled. Your company has to be at least 51% owned by 1 or more disabled veterans. For a limited liability company, it has to be wholly owned, so 100% by 1 or more disabled company or veteran. And then the daily business operations, it has to be managed and controlled by 1 or more disabled veteran. So the disabled veteran doesn't have to be that's managing the company, doesn't necessarily have to be the owner, but it does. But both would have to be disabled veterans. Okay. And then also the home office has to be located in the US, and it cannot be like a branch or subsidiary of a foreign corporation, a firm, or other foreign-based business. Okay, so we want these benefits to go towards US companies, of course. All right, so we finished just with the first part, which is the eligibility requirements. Are there any questions? No?
Looks like we don't have any questions.
That's okay. We can continue on. All right. So benefits of certification. Good one. It's free. It's not going to cost you anything. you get inclusion into the state's goal to spend 25% of all contract dollars, right? And with SBs and 3% with DBBEs, which we spoke about at the beginning. And you can place free ads. Your certification is good for 2 years. Maybe a couple months before it expires, your certification expires, you'll get an email to renew it. So at least come as a surprise. You get a reminder. And then your business is added to the state of California Certified Business Database, which is in Cali Procure. And then state agencies, they use Cali Procure to find you as a supplier. Okay, that's how they find you. You get access to contract opportunities that are exclusive to certified businesses, which is the SB DBBB option. So with this option, buyers can ask for a quote directly from 2 SBs or 2 DBBEs. You cannot have like an SB and a DBBE. It has to be at least 2 of each of the categories. And then this is going to increase your opportunity because, you know, with the SB DBBE option, it's not advertised in Cali Procure. So the buyers go directly to you. They try to find you in Cali Procure. Okay. And as a certified SB, you can get up to a 5% incentive for DBBEs or a 5% bid preference for SBs. But guess what? If you're dual certified, so if you're a DBBE and you qualify as an SB, then you can have up to 10%. So that is super great. Yes, there is a cap. I believe it's the difference can't be more than $100,000. Okay, so and I'll explain how this difference works, or the SB preference. So we have 2 bidders. One is certified, the other one's not. They both bid, right? The non-certified $100,000, the certified one for $102,000. Now with the 5% bid preference, we apply it to the smallest bid, to the non-certified one. So we get $5,000. That gets subtracted from the bid from the certified business. So it gives you a $97,000 bid. But usually, you know, the smaller bid wins. If we didn't have this preference, then the non-certified bidder would win it. But because we applied the 5% bid preference, the certified bidder is gonna get it, and they're gonna get it for the entire amount, the $102,000. Okay, that's how it is applied. And that, like the 5,000, that's what I was saying. It can't exceed the $100,000, the difference, because if it's $1 million, it could go higher, right? A 5% or $10 million, 5% bid preference would go. It would be a lot different. All right, so continuing with the benefits. So prime contractors, they can also get your preferences, okay? If they contract with you, with your business, with your certified business. And then we also have about 59 reciprocity partners, which includes cities, counties, special districts, university systems like the state of California, and the UCs, okay? And utilities like SMUD, where Gracie works. So all these, we can find them in www.caliprocure.com. And you can also put caliprocure.ca.gov. Both will get you to the same place, all right? I'm gonna show you how to find the reciprocity partners. So once you type that website, this is the main page. You click on Find Training and Procure and Resources. Then you click on Leverage your state certification for local contract opportunities. And then it will open up a new page. And then this is where it lists all of the 59 reciprocity partners. So what's good about this page is if you find someone, or maybe one of our reciprocity partners has a contract, you can click there and it will take you directly to their page where you can, if you haven't registered with them, because you will have to register, but they accept our certification. You can, once you tell them that our certification number and that you're certified with us, then it will make the process quicker. And then you can find, hopefully locate some contracts that you might be able to bid on. All right. You also have, under the Prompt Payment Act, you will have higher payment, late payment penalties. Gosh, it's like a tongue twister, or undisputed invoices. Okay, that's key. Undisputed invoices. And this information about prompt payment can also be found in Cali Procure. So once you type that in, I will show you where you can find it. You go into Get Certified, and then click on Prompt Payment Program Assistance. Then it will open up another page, and you'll have all the information about prompt payment, including a phone number and an email that you can use if you have any questions regarding prompt payment. Okay. All right. These are all the benefits that I could think of. Are there any questions? If you say no, that's okay. I can move on if there's no questions.
I don't see any yet.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna go into Cali Procure, where you can register. You can apply for the SV and DVVE certification, which is good for 2 years. And then you can also search for bid solicitations and contracts. You can place the ads. You can do, market research, and I'll show you later on how that goes. And it doesn't cost a penny, right? And all this is, like I said, .com or .ca.gov will get you to the same place, caliprocure.ca.gov. So let's walk you through the registration process, okay? First thing you gotta do is log in or register. Then you'll have to click on New Bidder Registration. Once you do that, it will take you here. You'll have to fill in all 6 pages. There are 6 pages here. It's basic information about your business, address, name, tax ID, all that type of information. Once you do that, the system will give you a message saying that you've successfully done it. And then it will give you a user ID, and it should have sent an email with your user ID and your temporary password to the email address that you provided the system. So once you do that, you can go back, log in again, use the user ID that they gave you, and then use the temporary password they provided you. Once you do that, the system is going to tell you automatically that the login expired, because what they want you to do is change the password to the one that you're going to be using from now on. Okay, so once you do that, this is going to be your like your home page. Okay, this is a fake account that we use. It's Wayne Gross, which is our co-worker. But if you look on this area in the middle where the rectangles are, the red rectangles, it tells you right there that you don't have a certification, right? No certification found. So there's 2 places in there that you can click on, either or, and you can get started with the certification. Now, let me tell you, before you begin the certification, you will need documents, okay, that you'll need to upload. Upload them before you begin the certification, because it makes the process smoother and you don't have to get timed out or anything like that. So go ahead and you'll know you can, once you hit either or of those 2 boxes, you can also, if say for whatever reason you didn't have to continue with the certification, you just finished the registration, you can go back and do it anytime. I know businesses are busy, so that's why I say this and I put this in there. It's okay if you don't go through with the certification after registering. You can just go back. You can go through to the right-hand corner, login register, or the tile in the bottom, get certified. Anytime you click on any of those tiles, it's going to take you to an extra step. Okay, but if you click on that one, then you'll have to click get certified. So it's just an extra step, which in there, I believe that's where it tells you the type of documents that you'll need. Okay, so read through it and make sure you upload the documents before you continue with certification. It's just easier. So let's click on there. And then now you're gonna click on the type of certifications that you qualify for. So remember, if you do qualify for the SB and the DBVE, then you can click on both at the same time, okay? But if you don't, just click on the one that you qualify for. And then you click on next. You'll fill out, you'll answer all of the questions. I'm not sure how many pages there are, but there's gonna be a few. So you'll answer with yes or no, the questions that they're asking. And then once you get to the terms and conditions, you'll have to scroll down on the bar that's, on the right side. And then you'll click on I accept the terms, but make sure you read this information and understand it, okay? And then you click on next. So this is why I was telling you to upload the documents to your computer before you begin the certification. Because after you do that last part that we did, this is where you'll have to upload all of the documents, okay? So if you do have them, and save them with the name, tax 2019 taxes, if that's what you have, 2020 taxes, so that it's easier for you to know what you're uploading and the file that you're uploading matches the title of what it says to upload. Once you do that, you click on submit, and the system automatically will tell you whether you're approved, you're submitted for review, or anything like that. You'll have a message right there. Okay, so that was going through the registration and certification. Are there any questions?
I have a question for you, Teresa.
Yes.
What happens if they get to that stage and they're missing a single document or something? Do they have to wait? Does it stop the whole process, or can they continue and then go back and finish that one step? Or
that's more of a certification area. I'm not sure if it will stop them, but if you continue and you hit submit, the last part, right, which is submit, then you're not going to have all the documents, so it may slow down the process, because then when it goes through the area or the system reviews it, it might know that you're missing that document, right? But if anybody, it wasn't you that just had that question, I can always ask the certification area, which they're the ones that end up having, if anybody forgets to upload something or some of the information is missing, they get it for review. So it may end up in, waiting on review.
thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so now we're going to talk about keywords and UNSPSC codes, which is one of the most important parts of your profile, because this is where you describe the goods and services that you can sell. Okay, so very important. And you do this in two ways, by putting in keywords and UNSPSC classifications. So what is a keyword? Well, it's a word that describes a good or a service, right? So anything and everything you sell, that's what a keyword is. That's why it's important to put in everything that your company sells. So keywords, concrete, environmental, legal, door, pencil. These are just some examples, right? A good keyword is individual. So I don't need a phrase, a sentence. Just give me the simple word, pencil. It's in singular. You notice I said pencil, not pencils. So everything, just put it in singular mode. And any word can be a keyword. So anything that you do as a service or a product that you sell is a keyword. So you want to put everything in there, everything. The United Nations Standard Products and Services Code, that's why I rather say UNSPSC, because it's very long. It's an 8-digit code that identifies a good or service, and it is by hierarchy. So the level 1, 2s, they're very broad, and they do go into sets of 2s. So it would be like level 1 would be 14, and the rest of them are zeros. Level 2, you have 2 sets, 14, 11, and then zeros. And then the level 3s and 4s, they get closest to what maybe you want to do. Because if you say we put level 1, paper materials and products can include anything from toilet paper, to paper plates, to paper for office. I mean, there is all kinds of paper products, right? So you want to be as specific as possible, but maybe you want to be broad. I don't know, because you sell a lot of paper products. You just have to see, because if you end up putting the parent code, the level 1, you might end up with a lot of emails, okay? And maybe too many. So you'll have to play with the system and see what you get using level 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, okay? But usually what I've been told is that buyers search using level 3 and level 4 codes, okay? So if you look at level 4, yes, we know it's paper materials and products, but now we know that it's specifically printer or copier paper, okay? And this was just a quick overview on the keywords and UNSPSC codes. Any questions on that? No? Okay, I'm gonna keep moving. Now we're gonna talk about bid solicitations. So we have the California State Contracts Register, CSCR, and then we have, which are current contracts. And we also have the State Contract and Procurement Registration System, which is SKIPPers. Those are past purchases. And you can find both of these, both of that information will be in Cali Procure, okay? So let me show you. Has a lot of arrows, I know. But the first thing we recommend is that you log in, okay? Because remember how in the past, or a little bit ago, I said that you can place free ads. Well, if you're already logged in, then and you find a contract, then it's easier for you to just go ahead and put that, place that ad, okay? But the quickest ones that will get you to the search field would be under quick links. So you would click on the find bid opportunity, CSCR, or start search. If you go, remember if I said that if you go through the tiles, like to the state, it will take you to a different, to an extra step. So then you would have to click again on find bid opportunities. So now, after doing that, as opposed to quick links or start search, which will get you here quickly, right? It will get you here immediately. I always click on advanced search criteria because it opens up a lot more fields that you can put information to do your search. So I use item description a lot because in there you can use keywords, okay? And but you can also, if you know your UNSPSC code, you can do that. You can also search by search areas, right? And contractor license. And guess what? You can save your searches. So next time you come on another day, you go search for contracts. You can look. You can use the saved searches that you have, the search criteria that you've used in the past. But you don't have to do that. So if we were to do that, I just use like item description. And I search for construction. I just put construction. It gave me 7, and I just did it today, right before the we started. And I got 7 contracts that included the word construction in the title. Okay, so you have events in there. You can look through them and see if any of them is a contract that you might want to bid on. So let's click on, if we were to click on any of them, and I don't have that one because I wanted to show you this one, which had the post vendor ads, and this is an old one. But very important information is the contact information of the contract administrator. This is the person that has this contract and is dealing with the contract. Okay. Whenever you have if you have conversations with the, say, Maxwell, then you want to probably use email, especially if you're already talking about the contract and possibly you getting it and whatever. You want to have it in writing, just to have it writing. Then it's there. You can't say if you do a phone call, I don't remember, right? So let's just have it in email. It's easier. But if you're not having good luck, then just try the phone number. Top part, the view event package that has everything about the contract. So you want to look at it because it will tell you more of the information that you need to see if this is something you want to bid on. In the middle, it says post vendor ads. That's where you can click on it and post an ad. And then the next one is view. So if there were any ads already there, you could see who placed them. Okay. Another very important part is the event end date. Very, very important. Say that this one was 8/17 of this year. Okay. The end date. If you were to bid and submit the paperwork after 2 o'clock, it's no good. So that's why it's very important to look at that information. Okay. Oh, another thing that I forgot, if there were any right under the contact information right here, it has the pre-bid conference. If it require you to attend the conference, it would have the information there. Okay. So important things to look at. All right. So find past purchases. Okay, that's skippers. Always quick links is the fastest, but you can also click on find public procurement information on the bottom left, and you'll have to do another click, right? You'll click on skippers again, which will take you here if you just click on skippers under quick links. Why do you want to go to skippers to look at past purchases? Well, because if you were to do, and I'm just going to show you, if you click on advanced search, you can search also by UNSPSC codes, and you can also even search by the certification type. Okay, that's if you wanted to. I also recommend maybe doing a date range so it doesn't take so long to come back, the search to come back. Okay, so if you were to do that, why is it important? Because you have the department that's purchasing maybe the goods and services that you're selling. It has the document about that contract. So you can look at it. You can look at pricing. You can look at the supplier. So who actually got that contract? Who is your your competition? You can it has their supplier ID and their name. You can look at them in Cali Procure, and if your profile is not robust enough, you don't have enough keywords and UNSPSC codes, then you can borrow some of your supplier of the competition's keywords and UNSPSC codes. So that's why it's important to look at this information, because it can really help you with the market research, right? And it has the buyer's name and their email. I wouldn't recommend emailing them. I say this is something important to have information. It also tells you the type of acquisition method that was used. So there's a lot of good information that you can use. But honestly, I say looking at the pricing and your competition and the departments that are purchasing the goods and services that you may be selling, it's super important for you to know, okay? So that's why I recommend doing market research using skippers. Do we have any questions about bid solicitations, past and current? Okay, let's continue. All right, so we're going to talk about SB DVBE advocates. These are state employees, and they work in purchasing in their departments, and they can help SBs and DVBEs with contracts. If you're already in a contract, and you can address any questions you have with them or directly with the contract administrator. But if you have any prompt payment issues, these are the people that you would address those questions with. And you can find that information in Cali Procure. Let me show you where you can do that. From the homepage, you click on Find Training and Resources, and then you click on Contact a Small Business and DVBE Advocate, which will open up a new page. And this page has at the top a link to download the advocate directory. So once you do that, what it will do is it will open up an Excel spreadsheet. So this information, remember how we did the market research? Well, guess what? If you wanted to also send an email to a department that you know has purchased in the past, then this is the list that you would use to look for the advocate, and then say, hey, my name is so-and-so, my company is so-and-so, my certification number is this, I do this, this, and that. Just give them your 30-second elevator speech, something like that. Yes, this is a list that you can use to find that type of information, okay? The advocate, so you can contact them, so you can be under the radar for as a certified SB or DVBE, okay? So it has the department name. It has whether that department does construction. It will have an X next to it. And so it has their email, their address, their phone number. It has a lot of information that you can use to contact them and let them know that you're there, that you sell this and that. Any questions in this part? Okay, let's continue. We're going to talk about commercially useful function, CUF, which is something that we have to speak about every time we do a presentation because it is laws. The Small Business Government Code 14837 D4A for DVBEs is Military and Veterans Code 999 B5B. And you know what? If you don't perform CUF, there are penalties and sanctions. And this is how you'll know if you're performing CUF, okay? You're executing a distinct element of the work. You're performing, managing, and supervising the work. You're actually doing the work that is normal to your firm's businesses, your services and functions, right? You're negotiating the price, determining quality, quantity, ordering, installing. So you're basically doing everything that a business owner would be doing, right? And you're not self-contracting a portion of the work greater than expected by industry practices. We know that in construction, a lot of times they do subcontract work, and it's normal, but you don't want to go beyond the normal or what's normal. So your business does not perform CUF if you are an extra participant and or contract or project through which, so basically funds are passed, right? To obtain the appearance of SB DVB participation. Say you get the contract, but then you don't even perform the work. You give it to somebody else. That contract is done by somebody else, but you get some money from it. You would not be performing CUF. You would be in violation. And then also, if you're not being used to perform the work as stipulated in the bid, if you know that that's happening, you have to report it, okay? If you're no longer used to provide the goods or services listed in the initial bid, you also have to report it if you know, okay? We've heard of cases where companies use your name without knowing, and you're not, and then you don't even know. But if you find out that this is happening, you must report it, okay? And that company that used you will get in trouble. So that's why you need to. There's penalties, there's even jail time, and there's also where you will not be able to do any work with the state for a determined, I don't know how many years, but it could be for years, okay? That's why you need to perform CUF. Any questions? Okay. All right, so we're going to talk about the SB DVBE emergency registry, which I mentioned the billions and billions of dollars that were spent because of fires and COVID. That's basically the two major emergencies that we've had in the past 2 years, as everybody knows. What is it? It's a dedicated portal where only certified small businesses and DVBEs can register and as a supplier for emergency goods and services, okay? And it's not like Cali Procure. So this portal is only for businesses that can provide those predetermined emergency categories, okay? So goods and services in those predetermined emergency categories. So state buyers that have signed up, because they also have to sign up to the emergency registry, they also have to be in there, they can look for you, and it's much easier for them to locate you faster. So who can sign up for this? So as a certified business, if you are right now or as of yesterday, you are ready and able to support the state of California in an emergency, then that would be you. You can go ahead and sign up. So an emergency, okay, requires that you are there around the clock and that you can be called in the middle of the night and ask and be asked to provide those goods and services. Okay, so that's why I'm saying you have to be able and ready. So this is some of the emergency categories. I'm not going to read all of them, but you see that portable modular buildings, and I'm gonna just go with the portable buildings. I heard of a company, a small company. They rent the tents for parties and the tables and the chairs. Well, during one of the fires in the LA area, well, they needed tents and chairs and tables, and they got a contract because they needed them. Who would have thought that a company that sells, party stuff, they would get a contract? But yes, so there are more, there have been more emergency registry categories added. I don't know all of them. That's why I put in there and more, but these are some of them. So if, in order to register, you will need your certification number, your emergency categories that you follow under, description of the products and services, your business address, and super important, your contact information, primary and emergency. So after hours, like I said, they come in the morning and say, I need this, can you provide it? And you have to be ready to just get up. So here I provided the website. We can share the slides with whoever needs them, and they can just click on the link and it will take them directly to the emergency registry. I know that in there they also have like a step-by-step guide. So if you're not sure, just go through the guide and it will guide you through the whole process. Okay. Any questions? Remember, there were more than $13 billion in emergency contracts. So we want the small businesses and the DVBEs in there. No questions? Okay. These are some of the resources, okay, that I just put together. So we have the small business development centers, SBDCs. They do business consulting, planning, marketing. They can also help you with access to capital. Sometimes they have like grants, but they also can help you with getting a loan, that kind of stuff. I put all the websites in here for them. We also have the PTACs, Procurement Technical Assistance Centers. They're well known to help with government contracting. And we have scores, which are pretty much for newly established businesses, and they help with business mentorship. But all of them offer free services. It's not going to cost you anything. So like I said, if you look at a contract and you want to bid but you're not sure, or you want to make sure that you understand everything, go make an appointment with one of these organizations, and they can help you. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to go through and review really quick. We went through the certification program, right? The SBDBE certification program, how to certify in Cali Procure. Briefly describe the keywords and UNSPSC codes. And then we went through the bid solicitations, current with a CSER, and past skippers. And then we also talked about the SBDBE advocates, which are state employees that can help you, when you're already trying to get departments to know you as a business. And then we also spoke about commercially useful function, which you must perform with any state contract. And I also gave you some information, a lot of information about the emergency registry and some resources that you can use free of cost. And then if you as a business have a success story, if you get a contract, please let us know. Email businessoutreach@dgs.ca.gov. We love to find out because we talked to you, or you attended any of our webinars or conferences and you spoke to us and we helped you in any way, please let us know. It's great to know that, small business has gotten any contract. If you need one-on-one, okay, you can book an appointment. All you have to do is take your phone, take a picture of it, and it will take you to the to book an appointment. Okay. Follow us on LinkedIn, please, please, please. We share information about webinars and other important information, sometimes even about grants that other department tells us about. So there's information in there that you might find useful. So follow us on LinkedIn. And I thank you so much for your participation. I don't know if there are any questions, but this is my information again. I will stop
Excellent.
sharing.
Thank you so much, Teresa. That was fantastic, as always. That was very informative. I want to make sure that everyone gets a chance to ask questions. We do have about 5 minutes left. That was a lot of information. Sometimes you might need time to absorb. I was wondering, can you share the QR code with me via email so that I can share it on the email that I send out?
Yes.
I couldn't do it while you were on the screen. So.
I sent you the PowerPoint.
Oh, excellent. And you're okay if I share it with them? I'm gonna share the link to the recording too. It'll be on our YouTube channel, but both. I can do both.
Yes.
Okay, so we do have about 5 minutes left. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves and tell us a little about your company, we could do that real quick. I can go around with this screen and see who I see. Joanne, I see you first. If you'd like to introduce.
Yes.
You can have
Hi. Hi, everybody. Business Outreach Liaison. I'm very new to the department, so I'm on here watching Teresa, and she's doing an excellent job. So I'm learning from the best.
Awesome. Thank you. Shauna or Shayna, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, hi. Hi,
There you
I'm
go.
Shane Moore. I'm with Bastion Amplify, a marketing firm based here in California, but we're actually global and we're getting certified for disabled veterans. So just learning more about you guys.
Excellent. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me.
I see C. Williams. Would you like to introduce yourself? No? How about Nina Martinez?
Hi, I'm Nina Martinez from the California Department of Corrections. I'm the statewide small business advocate, and I'm always willing to participate in the events, and wonderful job again, as always. So thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. Well, that's everyone else I think dropped off. Oh, we have Anna, my peer at the chamber. Hi, Anna. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. I was on background. I'm the Anna Padilla. I'm the communications director for the Sacramento Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and we appreciate this informative session. I've learned a lot personally and can't wait to invite you back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to try one more time with C. Williams. I do apologize. I don't see your first name, but I don't know if you don't want to talk, that's fine. I just didn't want to, in case you were away from your desk or something. Okay. Well, thank you. I guess I'm giving you all back 2 minutes. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Teresa, and all of you DGS. Wonderful presentation. And I hope to work with you guys again soon. Just a little tidbit of information. We do have, the chamber has a meet and greet coming up on next Thursday. It is in person. It is we are partnering with the Carmichael Chamber, the Black Chamber, and, or sorry, the Sacramento Black Chamber, and ABC 10 to introduce Alex Bell. She's gonna be their newest employee. So come on out. It's gonna be at Mesa Mercado in Carmichael over in the Milagro Center. Look for the palm trees. So that'll be next Thursday night from 5:30 to 7:30. Hope to see you guys there. There'll be lots of great food. Oh my gosh, if you haven't eaten their food, you might want to come out. It's really good. And it's a really cool place, and you know, lots of networking to be done. So
What day was that?
that's next Thursday, the 21st at 5:30 p.m. It's just a 2-hour event, but yeah, it's going to be fun. I think it'll be a really nice event. So hope to see you guys there. Come on out, Teresa. All right. Well, thank you. I'm going to give you guys a minute back. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you again for joining.
Thank you.
Hi,
Bye.
Gracie.